Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put up huge numbers, win 67 games. How much extra pressure does that put on them this year, Shaq?
It'll be hard for anyone to expect them to win that many games again. I'll be surprised if they do it. Success in the postseason and deep playoff runs are probably reasonable to expect. I'm going on the record saying they're going back-to-back.
Wow.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Parker in at the point guard position. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Curry's shot is good.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And Parker, here we go. They get it back.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. No luck, and Golden State will go the other way with it. To the paint, here's Thompson, and the layup's good off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Parker. Duncan, a screen. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Parker.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Inside, it's stolen by Duncan. Green kicks to Parker. It's stolen by Green. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And it's Green with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Parker. Here's Duncan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Mills. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Pass to Barbosa. To the middle. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And the Spurs making a change here. Diaw's checked in.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. And Mills atop the key. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one on.
And Green gets it to go.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And here's Mills. Anderson outside. 6 to shoot. Martin wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Iguodala. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Here's Martin. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Tries from 10, and he overshot that one, missing. And a wide open look for Iguodala. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted.
And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Azealia is out there with Iguodala. And it's Clark in at the point. That's the Warriors' foul. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Parker's checked in, and Thompson throws it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Leonard.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Azila. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Aldridge with a screen on Curry. Off the pick. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
From the wing. Cannot hit. Great tee that time from Curry. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Barnes. They get the rebound. Thompson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Aldridge. And Martin subbed in for Daniel Green. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Leonard.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Parker passes to Martin. Down low, Duncan. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Duncan's got 9 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And Parker, here we go. Here's West. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. That's Mills in for Parker. Curry kicks to Iguodala. No good from outside.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
Oh, and here we go. Bogut's got it, the fast break chance. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
West, guys, still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
And Diao kicks it to West. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Anuginobi's checked in for the Spurs. Bogut, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
San Antonio trailing here. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's West. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Iguodala. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Warriors lead by 2. And time now to go.
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
I mean, you look at film, but it's just about in-game situations, just analyzing the situation and taking care of the ball. Making sure that you make eye contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot up is better than giving it to them. So we got to just look at that and figure it out.
This team made savvy decisions.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together. And now, folks, it's just about time for the 3rd quarter to begin. We will...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
He got an outstanding quarter out of Leonard. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Duncan in at the center position. Curry kicks to Thompson. Fires from deep. Warriors the rebound. Here's Green. Here's Bogut, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And the wide open shot from Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Here's Parker, all going up court, and it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Thompson, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Spurs do have a beautiful play style, and their offensive numbers show it, Greg. You're right there. One of the most fluid teams I can recall, Clark, in the NBA with their ball movement.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in shooting percentage last year, as well as top 5 in assists.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Aldridge a screen. Double team on Parker. From deep, Green. The Warriors pull it in. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Curry and Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Martin's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No good from Duncan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Double team on Parker. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers, and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Bogut the pass to Thompson from deep, and another three for Golden State. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And stolen by Aldridge. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. Comes up empty down low.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
1:15 left in the third. Now here's Parker. Outside, Martin puts up a three. No good.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 508 threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Anderson. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. That one's good from the corner. Warriors leading by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Stolen by Anderson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Livingston kicks to Azili. 14 feet away. The shot is off.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now Mills. Trying to find Diaw. Gets it to him. Green with the block. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for West. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Barnes against Leonard. Here's Bogut. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
brings it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Barnes against Leonard. Got a hand on it. Now here's Barnes. Guarded closely. And Green gets it to go. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Spurs trail by 9. Aldridge with a screen on Thompson. Right wing. The wide open look here for Aldridge. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Curry's shot is off.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Over in the corner, Green. No good from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Green with the block. Green up on top. Back to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. Nice shot from the wing. And the Warriors lead by 9.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Azili. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks. I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Aldridge misses.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Right side Leonard to tie it up. San Antonio again missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Bogut with it. Guarded now by Duncan. And here's Iguodala outside and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Green dishes to Aldridge, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
20 seconds.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Parker outside. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Warriors.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Draymond Green. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
And it's the Warriors on the break. It's Curry outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Looking to end the run. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Iguodala outside. Count the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 15.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Draymond Green. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the